Hey guys, I'm Jim, WT1W, and you're watching FEP Labs Radio. Thanks for stopping by. Today, I want to share with you something that I got yesterday, maybe Thursday. New to me in any case, brand new. This is the Radioddity GM30 Pro, and this is a two-pack, not one, but two GMRS handheld radios. These are 5-watt radios. Now, full disclosure, this was sent to me by my good friends at Radioddity for a video review on this channel. They are not checking out the video before I post it. They have no input into what I say or do in this video. If you're triggered by that, go watch a React video that the kids watch. This is the GM30 Pro set. It's two radios, as I mentioned. And it comes in this nicely packaged box from Radioddity. And there is a previous GM30. There's also a GM30 Plus, I believe. This is the Pro model, and I've already opened this, obviously, so this is not technically an unboxing. I took the radios out, put the batteries in, and charged them up. And this comes with a lot of kit. So we obviously have a user manual. This is also available online as well. We have the two radios. The batteries don't come attached, they're separate. But in the box, we've got antennas. We actually have 4 antennas in this particular kit. There's this guy, which I want to call, judging by the size, about a half-wave 70 centimeter antenna. And then this guy, which is probably, I'm thinking, a 5/8 wave. I'm sure one of you will correct me if I'm wrong. So there are 2 each of these antennas in the box. We also, let me set this down out of the way. We also have in the box 2 power bricks, like so. We have 2 A to C USB cables for charging. We have 2 shoulder mic setups, 2 clips. We have 2 sets of official undercover stealth FBI earpiece mic dinguses and 2 wrist straps as well. And that covers pretty much everything that's in the box. 2 of everything. So what I am going to do is let's put this all back together and get this guy out of the way. I did not realize that Radioddity was sending me a 2-pack of these because I got the box and I'm like, good Lord, that's a large box, but there's 2 radios in it. That was why. So I have one out and I've got an antenna on it. And this is the radio. And there's a lot of features about this that are standard and that you'd expect on a radio. First of all, the build quality on this is very good. I absolutely no problems with this build quality at all. This thing feels solid. This is a 2500 milliamp hour battery in this guy. On the older models, the 30 and the 30 Plus, I think it's like an 1800 or a 1500 milliamp hour battery. So this is a 25 on this guy. The radio has a built-in flashlight. You know, it's that right there. It's not the most awesome flashlight in the world, but it does flash and it's a light. Of course, your PTT, a function button that you can assign to 4 or 5 different functions. It is USB-C chargeable. There is the charging port there. It is not USB-C data. This is just for charging. The radio also comes with a programming cable, one programming cable that is USB-A to Kenwood K1 style programming connector. And of course, then our PTT button. So when we turn the radio on, whoa, it's a dude. Yes, sir. It is not the Baofeng lady. It is a dude. So we go into the menu. And this radio has 1,000 channels, 10 banks of 100 each. I've been playing with it. It will tell you the channel number you're on. And I am in bank 2 at this moment. The radio is only GMRS. It will receive on airband. It will receive UHF non-GMRS channels. It will receive VHF non-GMRS channels. It will not transmit on any of that. It also has, of course, it has weather channels. All 10 NOAA weather channels are in it as well. It has a scanning function. So you can scan by channels, you can scan by frequency if you want to. It ain't a scanner, it's not made to be, so don't expect blistering scanning speed out of this. This is not a purpose-built scanner, it's a GMRS-HT. The screen on it, in my opinion, is gorgeous and easy to read, and you can see here under the studio lights, you can still see this thing. We can change between our A and B. It is dual watch on the VFOs. So this is my local Pentlalla Fire Department, which I can't transmit on. And then this is one of whatever random VHF frequency was in there, which I also cannot transmit on because it's not GMRS. We can change between our A and B. The arrow keys let us change channels, like so. I think we can turn off that voice too. And then of course, if we hit P1, then we go to frequency mode. And then here you can key in any frequency like you'd normally want to. And like I said, it will do airband, 118, and it changes also to AM, which is what airband is on. But again, can't transmit because it's airband. Now, theoretically, there are 4 GMRS repeaters here in my area, but as I live in a brick house with a metal roof, it is highly unlikely that I'm going to be able to hit one of these because all of them are 15, 20 plus miles away from my house. But I have programmed in, let me go back.
1, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
These are all the GMRS repeaters, well, 3 of the 4 that I programmed in. And it keyed up, but I don't hear any repeater squelch.
6, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have the volume up very high.
4.
Ooh, now we do. And you can't see it here, but every time I key up, it makes the monitor go black and reset here. It's kind of weird. I like the radio. It has all the features you'd want. If we jump into the menu of the radio, of course, here we can jump in and see our banks. I only have 2 banks. The CPS software, which we'll take a look at in a second, comes with all the default GMRS channels, both simplex and repeater channels, already in it. And if you reset that, it comes back and puts all that in bank 1. You have banks 2 through 10 as well. Again, there are 100 channels available for each bank, giving you a total of 1,000 memory channels. You can only transmit on GMRS as near as I can tell at this point. Everything else I've tried to transmit on it won't. I've tried VHF call, UHF call. Anyway, going back in the menu, we have scan. If we go in there, we can, again, I've mentioned we can scan by frequency range. We can scan by pre-programmed channels. So even though you can't key on VHF call or other non-GMRS frequencies, you can still scan on them. And obviously, if you're monitoring 3 or 4 GMRS repeaters, that would be a good place to have the scan turned on. This has wireless CPS. This is cool because you can use an app on your mobile device, either Android or iOS, to program the radios. And there are actually 2 versions of the app for iOS, which is what I use. There's the version that they mentioned in their manual, and then there's another version because the app they have says this is the older version. The new version looks a little different, does exactly the same thing, and wants you to log in and create an account. The first app is fine. There's no reason to download the second one. I did that for you. And I will pull up that. We'll take a look at that app real quick too. Of course, you have the radio settings. And this is all the standard stuff you'd expect. So as far as programming this is concerned, you can program this 3 ways. You can use the mobile app on your phone. You can use the CPS from Radioddity. And as a bonus, RT Systems has software to program this particular radio. Important point if you're interested in the RT Systems software. I already bought it. The RT Systems has 2 radios that are similar to this. There is the GM30, which this is not. This is the GM30 Pro. They also have the GM30 Plus, which gets that middle radio as well as this one. So if you go the RT Systems route for much better CPS, honestly, than Radioddity provides, you want the GM30 Plus. The GM30 will not program it. Likewise, I tested this with Chirp. Chirp does not program this radio so far. Chirp has the GM30 listed. It does not talk to this radio. It errors out immediately. And yes, I was on the right COM port. So that is the radio functionality. Again, I really like the build on this thing. It's awesome. We're going to leave it turned on, and I'm going to jump onto my phone here, and we will pull the radio app, radio tool. Oh, and we have to turn that on in the radio. So let's go do that. Menu, wireless CPS, on, connect, GM30. So you tell it what brand you have, Radioddity GM30 Pro. Of course, they spelled Pro RPO, but we can kind of extrapolate and figure that one out. Connect. Wow. Worked fine for me earlier. And let's try the newer version of the app and see if it's going to work for us. So the newer version of the app, which is what this one is more social oriented. It's got like chat groups for all the different kinds of radios if you're interested in that. I'm only interested in programming a radio. All right, frequency read write set. There we go. The other version was easier, and the other version worked fine for me earlier. So here is the basic setup. Again, you can program this from your computer, Windows only, or from your iOS or Android mobile device. So your zone, this is your channel banks, is what that is. And then you can pick a specific channel number if you want to jump to one. We're going to go ahead and read our config. And it shows on the radio that we're in programming mode, and it reads the config. The app itself is fine, assuming it works okay. It is easier than programming it from the front panel. So I'm not a fan of radio programming from an app, but you can, and it does work. I totally programmed this from my phone earlier. So now I've read in my settings, and if we go look at specific channels, and we're going to go to zone 2 because I've got it programmed, and you can see here that I've got Pintlala Fire Department programmed in and the frequency. And as we go through the channels, I have the different Montgomery GMRS repeaters, and I've got VHF call and the YouTuber Hamfest frequency that we all use. You can change it into frequency mode and set what frequency it comes up on startup, that kind of thing. And you can create different profiles. It has a repeater search function in the software, but I could never get this to work. It comes up with repeaters, but none of them are anywhere near me. It tells me, once it finally did a locate on me and with the GPS, connection, it said there was no repeaters here. So the information in their database is not super current. Let's take a quick look at the CPS software that I use to program this. Okay, so this is the Radioddity CPS. And if we jump in this, we can pick our COM port. And I happen to know that I'm COM 5 and tell it okay, and then tell it program. Read data from radio. And go, gadget go. And you'll notice this is a lot faster. And it's done. So this is bank zone 1 is what they call it. I think we can, we can actually rename that if we want. But we can come down here and pick a specific bank or just jump to the next bank. So these are the channels I've programmed. You can't see my mouse moving, but it is. We can come in here and put in a frequency, 444.5. I have no idea what that is. And any received tones, transmit frequency. Oh, that's interesting. I just discovered something. So I played with this with the Radioddity software, but I just copied over some GMRS settings out of Bank 1 and set them up for my local Montgomery area repeaters. And I did the rest of the programming in RT Systems. RT Systems will not let me transmit on those, but this is the Radioddity CPS, and it's acting like it's going to let me transmit because it's actually put a transmit frequency in there. So that's interesting. We'll have to see if that does that. Might as well put in 146.52. Okay. So you can see this looks just like average, absolutely average. At least it's letting me put it in there. Now, whether the radio let me transmit or not, we'll find out. Okay. So let's go ahead and write that. And also in here, so for the Windows, this is the channel information. You can go to the VFO mode window. And as you can see, it shows you the basic, what channels, what frequencies it's going to come up with when you flip it over to VFO mode by default. So I've got one of these at 146, 145, 6250, I guess. But anyway, you could change those to whatever frequencies you want for VFO mode. And then we can go to this other window to set DTMF and then our basic radio functions there, where we can set squelch level, timeout, timer, alarms, PTTID, all that kind of standard analog FM radio stuff. Close that window and we'll write this out to the radio. It's not complaining. And see, I could not put in transmit frequencies on anything except GMRS on the Windows version, on the RT Systems software rather. All right, let's change cameras back and see if this thing will transmit on those frequencies, because I'm really curious. Switch back. Let's see if she transmits on VHF now. No. The CPS software let us put in bogus values, but it is not letting me transmit on anything except GMRS. The RT Systems software just doesn't let you even key it in. Come on, camera, move with me. So that is it. That is the GMRS-30 Pro from Radioddity. I really like these radios. It's about $70 for the pair of radios, and these are good-looking, quality-feeling radios. The GMRS-30 Pro is available in blue, I believe is the only color. And I will put links in the description below. There will be an Amazon affiliate link and I believe a Radioddity link. It probably won't cost, it will not cost you any more. It will help out the channel if you decide you want to purchase one of these. Guys, that's all I've got for this video. Hope you got something out of it. If you would, give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you share this with your friends. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. It'll make you happy. Ring the bell, it's in the dingus below, and that way you get notified whenever I post any new videos. Thanks, y'all. 73, have a great day.